All right, we continue our breakdown segment with Troy Brown. Corey Burton from Hillwood High School is going to come by later, but this is the Locked On Ole Miss podcast.
You are Locked On Ole Miss, your daily podcast on the Ole Miss Rebels. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, welcome to the Locked On Ole Miss podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Willis, alongside Corey Burton, offensive coordinator of Hillwood High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, we are going to talk Troy Brown. But first, I'm going to tell you about LinkedIn Jobs because, as you gear up for fall, you need the right people on your team to help your small business fire on all cylinders. LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find the people you want to talk to faster and for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million people. It's like 10% of the world's population, by the way. Then add your job and the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to help spread the word that you're hiring so that your network can help you find the right people to hire. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. LinkedIn Jobs help you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know every week nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. That's linkedin.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. All right,
there it is.
We're here with Corey Burton to talk about Troy Brown. He's doing props for the LinkedIn read.
That's right.
That is really nice to see.
Who's this Troy Brown guy? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Troy Brown, I will break him down real quick just so everybody else knows. He's been a 4-year starter at Central Michigan. He's getting the COVID year because of 2020. He has total 32.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks. He's a 3-time Mid-America Conference all-conference player. He's a really good player. And we were talking about this off-air, that if you look at the Ole Miss players, they have a type. They all do kind of the same thing. Troy Brown's just a bigger version of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want a prototypical downhill inside linebacker, here you go. Troy Brown. He's your guy. I mean, you watch him, it's like he's wearing 20-pound shoulder pads and an 18-pound helmet. When he comes and hits you, it just makes an impact. I mean, the dude just cracks skulls and knocks heads. And if you're somebody who goes crazy over linebackers and cracks raw eggs into a cup and drinks them like a crazy person, that he's your guy, man. He fires me up if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, seriously, he's a really good player. And, we're going to talk about Kari Coleman, the guy that's going to try and play linebacker next to him if everything works well, because there's a transition there. But Troy Brown was brought in to be the stabilizer, the Chance Campbell of the group, of a transfer coming in. Do you see these similarities between Troy and Chance Campbell?
Yeah, a good bit. I think the word you used was stabilizer. I mean, I think, somebody that can help keep your defense ahead of the chains, right? So keeping the offense in that 2nd and 10, 3rd and 11, to keep the offense behind the chains and to keep the defense in front of the chains, so to speak. He's that guy that kind of helps tick the drive back in the defense's favor, and he's somebody that you just have a hard time blocking him, and he's just gonna get up there and make some plays.
I always talk on the show about our defense, and I always say that our defense uses the offense's rules against them. For instance, if the quarterback rolls right, the linebacker will just completely vacate their zone and rush the quarterback because he knows the quarterback is not going to throw the ball back over the middle of the field. Troy Brown seems to be a perfect guy to fit that mold. He's somebody that when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's in that scenario, he's definitely coming, and it's definitely going to be fast. But I think even in the run game, he's gonna study film. He's gonna watch pullers. He's gonna notice the tendencies of, okay, is his hand fully in the ground? Is it not? How does this guard stance affect his, is he gonna pull, or is he gonna come after me? Or he's a guy that's really gonna study that interior cylinder and really just kind of use all of that against them and basically beat them to their blocking assignment.
Yeah, and Troy Brown obviously transferred. He's a grad transfer guy, 1 year, hoping to have an opportunity to improve his draft stock. He assumed, probably correctly, that he'd have a better shot at Ole Miss than Central Michigan. What do you see about his draft stock moving forward?
Well, I mean, if he can get it done in the biggest league in college, then he can definitely get it done at the next level. I mean, this is the big show as far as that's concerned, and this is going to be a make or break year for him. He's either going to do it or he's not. Like Kirby Smart said, you're either a leader or you're not. So here you go. Here it is. Here's your one shot. Go get it. Go get some of that good SEC film on record, and your time through the draft process will be a little bit easier.
All right, let people know whenever he's on, whenever he has it going, what is his defense? What does he look like on film? If you're watching him on TV, you can just see and tell that, okay, he's on. He knows what's going on.
Well, he'll be at the line of scrimmage. He'll be making plays in the backfield. You'll see running backs going backwards. You'll see quarterbacks going down. You'll see balls being tipped. You'll see guards flying and whiffing, and you'll just see piles in the middle. I mean, you won't see much of a running game with the opponent if he's on.
Okay. And what type of partner do you think he needs to have at linebacker?
Somebody who's a little bit better in pass coverage, probably. That's going to be the one area that, coming to the SEC, he's going to have to work on, because this is not such a run-heavy league anymore as it used to be. So he's going to have to improve in that a little bit, and you can only improve in that so much in the MAC conference. I love the MAC. I love me some good old Tuesday action, but this is, like I said, this is a proving ground. The NFL is more of a passing league now too, so he's going to have to show that he's not just a downhill run plugger. So his partner's going to have to help support him. If you look at a duo with what you see behind me, we just graduated actually a trio to the NFL draft. All three of them are doing quite well in the NFL with Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and Channing Tindall. All three of those guys played well off each other. Quay Walker was better in space and better at scraping side to side, and Dean was better downhill. And now, in this same scenario, he's gonna, his partner, whoever that may be, is going to have to be better scraping side to side.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit about a potential partner for Troy Brown tomorrow whenever we talk about Corey Coleman. But for Corey Burton, I'm Stephen Willis, and we'll see you then.